This is what I'm working on right now. This is the Aoshima Mazda Speed AZ1. This is a Japanese K car. So these are tiny little 500cc commuter cars that save space in Japan because they're tiny little cars. Believe it or not, this is 1/24th scale. Tiny little car. But regardless, I'm masking off for the black trim now. And so I got a little handy here. There's some slats and I cut some real thin pieces of tape because I just want just that part black. But anyways, so I'm taping for the black trim right now for this. But the real problem with this kit is this molded in everything in the chassis. We got our engine and who knows what that is, and some fuel lines and a fan here. And this really kind of irks me that it's all molded into the chassis. Let me show you what I did with another project. Recently I built this Nissan Silvia. The kit started off as a hard top. I cut the top off of it, and this piece here is a 3D printed piece. Basically I cut the interior, fit this in place, put some visors in. But regardless, what I'm trying to say is this engine and drive shaft were all molded in place, and I really like the way that this came out. Now, sure, you know, you could just get the old brush out and brush paint that silver, easy, but I can't live with that. So what I did with this one is I painted the whole thing in black, and then I airbrushed the silver just for these pieces that I wanted to remain silver. And then I used some Mr. Masking Sol Neo. This is, if you've never used a liquid mask, it's this gooey green stuff, and you brush it on because this is a little brush on here. You brush it on every place that you want it to stay, and it works really well. Once you're done, I masked off the silver parts with the green goo and then painted the rest of it in black. This is lacquer paint, so it didn't affect the finish at all. And then you peel it off like a booger, actually. It's kind of slimy. You just kind of pull it right off with some tweezers. And it actually works really well. Here's a picture of what it looked like when I masked it. Yeah, the results. There were a few little places that I had to touch up with a brush and some black paint, but I think it came out pretty well. And so I think I'm going to do the same for this chassis, and we'll see how it goes with that. But I'll document that all in the next episode. This Q-tip looks huge. See the white dots for the stereo and whatnot? The gear selector, that would probably be the wiper, and then the turn signal. No, turn signal will be over here, the wiper will be over here. I just put a spot of white with a sharpened toothpick just there to represent the symbols and whatnot. But that really brings a lot of life to something like this. Just a couple little dots here and there. And I continued on, like even in the center console, just a couple little white dots. And here in these little switches here, just a little dot. Another little trick I did with this car is this is actually flat paint. This is dark ghost gray, and this is NATO black. So this isn't really black, it's sort of really a dark gray. But those are both flat colors, and so I put some Model Car World 20% flat over those parts, and it gives it sort of a semi-gloss sheen, which makes it look just a little more realistic. It's not really flat, it's not shiny, it's not semi-gloss, it's just the right sheen, man. But yeah, so that's kind of cool. I also did the same thing for this AZ1 project that I'm working on. Same color, that NATO black, which is really dark gray, with the blue inside the seats. And when I detail things out with black against this, it'll just stand out. I don't know if you guys saw the videos from the NNL that I just went to, Plastic Undercover. It was quite a show. I met some amazing people, and I got some cool stuff too. I didn't buy much at the show. I did buy the Aston Martin DB4 by Aurora. Now I know that this was just reissued by Revell monogram, and it's everything that's in the box is the same. But I figured, since I got the old kit, that it would probably fit a little better than the reissued kits. This isn't a bad kit. Looking at it, it's got the the opening doors and opening trunk, opening hood. It's got a full engine. Chassis doesn't look bad. But I saw on Thomas's Building on a Budget models, he did a review on the new Revell DB5, and the hood has got a big open hole in it, and then the trunk has the lip for the shield and all that stuff. And I'm like, I don't think you're going to be able to build that one as a stock DB. And that's really what I wanted to do, was build a stock DB, because these are beautiful cars. And yeah, am I in for a big treat with building this car from 1963? I probably am. It's the molding is kind of crude, but I think with some clean box stock building, you know, my style, I think I can really make this into something. I have this in my stash. This is from Vintage Racing Miniatures, and it's called Aston Martin Project Green. So this is like that quintessential green color that you see Aston Martins, the classic ones in. And it's got a lot of metallic on the bottom of it. I didn't shake this bottle up, but yeah, that's the color. That's the color this car is going to be. So that's not all of what I bought. A while ago, I printed the Unicorn. This is the 65 Mustang that Ken Block drove in the Hoonigan videos through the streets of LA. And when I printed it, I was like, yeah, it's cool, but no decals. So, you know, it would just have to be a nice street rod or something. But then I noticed on Facebook there was a guy selling the decals to make it the Ken Block car. And so I contacted the company that makes the decals for him, STS Decals. I knew that they were going to be at the show, and I asked him if they could bring a set. And I bought a set of decals. So now I'm set. I have the car, I have the decals, and all I had to do is get the windows. I really want to build this car. So that's another project. There was a great raffle at the NNL Plastic Undercover, and my friend Joel from Iceman Collections, he donated a whole bunch of stuff to the raffle, and I'm a big fan of Joel. He really does awesome 3D printing, and I wish my 3D printing was up to the level that he's at. But he had sent the Lamborghini Urus. This thing is beautiful. First thing is huge. This is the SUV of Lamborghini for sure. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But unlike my resin printing, this just doesn't have the texture that mine do. Beautiful, beautiful printing. Thank you, Joel. Beautiful. I'm looking forward to building this. Just deciding what color. I really like the green. Orange looks really good too. Maybe even purple, who knows. So I have the full kit. That's another project, and he donated some engines. This is a Hillborn port fuel injected vintage big black Chevy blown, and I'm just blown away by the detail and everything in these. Let me turn the camera around. I just have to show you. Look at this detail. It's just so crisp. And he prints it so damn good. Look, you can even see the little cogs in the belt, the block. The fins on the valve covers. Just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Even the inside of the blower scoop is smooth. Cogs again on the drive, on the blower belt, or the blower drive. And I believe, yep, it does say MSD right there. Wow. Headers, you don't have to sand off any mold lines or anything from these. You're just ready to go, man. I also want an LSX. Look at this. This is the belt right here. But look at how clean this is. This is cleaner than plastic. Way more detail than plastic. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yeah, I'm looking forward to building this motor. So what are you going to put that LSX motor in, James? Well, funny you should ask. This Land Rover Series 3 109, I bought the trans kit from C1 Models at NNL East, and it makes the Spectre SUV. Here's a picture of it right here. But yeah, so it's a more recent version of the Land Rover. This is like an old school one, but the newer ones have, like, you know, an LS motor in them. So yeah, LSX motor, yeah, that'll be the motor for that Spectre truck. That's another project. In November, pretty much the whole month of November, I'm going to be going to Japan, and I'll do the Tamiya store again. I'll do hobby shops again, and I hope to visit the Liberty Walk store, which is pretty near Tokyo. So it's just a store and, you know, t-shirts and stuff. But how cool is that? To go to a Liberty Walk store and maybe there'll be some cool cars hanging out in front of it or something. But yeah, I'm really excited about going to Japan and just take some time off and relax a little bit. I won't be online for the most of the month of November. Probably just after Thanksgiving I will be back. But when I do get back, I'll have a slew of new videos to show you guys. And then in December, you know, a week later, my friend Wenben over in China, who makes the Good Smile Racing cars, he has a new project for me. So hopefully December-ish, I'll get started with that. And I think you guys are gonna like that one. Very, very cool. Back to NNL, Plastic in the Park, or Plastic Undercover. A good friend of mine, Eric Ritz, he's in our club, and he is friends with Randy Durr and Jim Drew. Now, they both came to the show and they brought their models, and their work is just amazing to me. I'm a longtime fan of their work, and I was kind of starstruck, to be honest with you, to get to talk to those guys. You know, and to them, they're just normal model builders. They don't feel like they're celebrities or anything. But to me, I was a little starstruck. I'm really nobody here in this hobby, but I'm not like best of show modeler. That's not me. So anyways, Eric Ritz invited me to come out to dinner with those guys, and so I got to talk. I got to sit across the table from Jim Drew and Randy Durr for dinner, and I just kind of picked their brains. Kind of funny story. I asked them if they had ever competed against each other, and they said they did in Texas once. They both had a model, and they were, you know, basically competing with each other. And I think that's kind of funny. I think they're probably, you know, one of the top 10 modelers in the whole country, and here they are competing against each other, and they're good friends. But I don't know who won. I think it was Randy. I think Randy won that year. Yeah, great guys. Great guys. I can't say enough about them. They are normal model building geeks just like the rest of us. Don't think that they are some kind of kings or, you know, celebrities, because they're totally approachable, and you should go over and talk to them. Kind of funny. I was trying to relate, you know, what I do to what they do, you know, totally different level. And they both said that they couldn't build box stock. They're just way too OCD to build box stock like I do, you know, taping off things for hours to airbrush some, you know, one little piece, and they're like, no, I would just scratch build it. So I thought that was kind of funny. I think I've rambled on enough for this this short video. I hope you guys enjoyed this rambling, manic, blah blah blah. Thank you, and I really appreciate all of you, your continued support. I'm at 6,800 subscribers. When I started this channel, I had no idea I would be this popular. I'm a small channel. I'm not 100,000 subscribers. I have a small niche of dedicated viewers, just like you. You are my target audience, and I want to reach out to you guys and let you know that I truly appreciate what you guys do to watch this video, to comment, to come up to me at shows and say that I enjoy your videos, and it makes me feel good. It really does. Thank you very much. I think I've rambled enough here. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye. You still here? Go ahead and watch the next video. Hit the subscribe button.